Hey there, welcome to another episode of Mundane Designs. I'm your host, Mundane. This is part of my Discovery series, and today we're going to be talking about some games that are either early access or not very discovered. So I'm always looking for new games to play. I kind of have this weird gamer ADD, I guess, about me where I kind of get distracted by the new shiny thing. It happens a lot more often than I would like to admit. And so lately I've been discovering quite a few games on Steam that either they're like a remaster or a spiritual successor or just something that's just plain fun. And thankfully, my friend Cinshadis has been introducing me to a bunch of these. The first one I want to talk about is Devil Blade. Devil Blade is this spiritual successor to another shmup that the name kind of escapes me. It was some sort of like PlayStation 1 game, I believe. But it's updated graphics, it's a lot of fun, and I couldn't get enough of the game for the longest time. And, you know, I don't think it's that expensive, but again, it's a small publisher, and, you know, we should be rewarding small publishers for doing a good job. The next game is Bloodshed. Now, Bloodshed is this incremental boomer shooter, which is kind of a weird thing. You get multiple characters that have different abilities. The abilities level up, the weapons level up, you can swap between weapons, you can have spells, and it's actually got a fairly decent story where you're just going along. Now, the game is in early access, and I think it's a lot of fun. It's a little bit gory. It's very gory, and it has a lot of tongue-in-cheek humor. And I obsessed about this game for a while and actually went through and got all of the achievements. And I'm just kind of waiting for the game to come out of early access or waiting for the next update so that I can move on to the next mission. Now, another early access game is Tricky Madness. Tricky Madness is the spiritual successor to SSX Tricky. Now, this is the one where you actually have to use the right analog stick to do more tricks and stuff, and then you're doing grips with the L1 and R1 and stuff. And I've been using one of my favorite controllers that my friend Cinshadis got me. It's the Steel series, and I have put it down somewhere where I can't exactly find it at the moment. But it's a lot of fun. It's a great game. It's, again, early access. They need to work on a few things, but they'll get there. Then the next one is Rogue Monster Rush. Now, I've streamed this game and, you know, did a little bit of discovery on like what things were broken, what things were not broken. I think the game is absolutely stellar because it blends tower defense with roguelike, where the roguelike part is what random tiles you get. Do you get a tile that has 3 openings? Do you get a straight tile? Do you get a tile that does a 90-degree turn? Do you get a 4-opening tile? You know, that kind of stuff. And so there's like a lot of strategy and tactics in the game. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You plan out your party, you do all of this planning, and then you hope to survive what the game does to you. It's also in early access, I believe, and just not that expensive, but a ton of fun to play, just to sit there and be competitive with your friends and like try to beat the different modes and difficulty levels, and it's just a lot of fun. Now this next game, it got past me. I can't believe I missed this when it first came out. I just recently discovered it because it went on sale and my friend Cinshadis bought it for me. It is Monster Train. Oh my goodness, Monster Train is awesome. I used to play Magic the Gathering. RNG Gamer labeled me as a Timmy player, because I love my combos and I love my big devastating combos. That's essentially what this game is about, is large devastating combos to get through. It is a roguelike deck builder where you can improve your cards and make them broken, kind of like Inscription, but I like Monster Train more than I like Inscription because Monster Train doesn't radically change the rules of the game to the point where I just kind of lost interest. Sorry, that's my big pet peeve with Inscription, was after getting through 2 versions of the game, the 3rd version of the game, it felt like all of the time and effort that I previously spent went away. Now, Monster Train is short enough to where I don't feel like I'm over-investing in a run to feel like I've actually lost something when I either lose the run or complete the run. So it's got a really good balance, and the second game is supposed to be coming out soon, maybe has already come out. But again, Monster Train's another one of those games that I would highly suggest to anyone. But that's basically it. I know that I went over a lot of these games like really quickly, but honestly, all I can do is really raise your awareness of these games. You need to be able to judge for yourself whether or not this is something that you want to play.
And that's it for this episode of Mondane Designs. I'm your host, Mondane, and I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. I have videos on the 1st and 15th of every month, and I look forward to sharing them with you. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.